Aloha! I'm in the process of coming up with a new affirmation. I say an affirmation 3 times a day, and I found it's a very powerful practice and actually a huge piece of mind and tool for growth. And I've come up with different affirmations. I started at least 3 years ago, if not more. 3 years ago is when I took a coaching class. That's where we started saying affirmations. So I'm not sure if I really used that tool before, though that's such a powerful affirmation. I still use it to this day, that I am a forgiving, important, desirable woman, surrendering to love in my life now. Whoo, man, that the first time when I got assigned that contract or affirmation to say, I was like crying and it was very hard to accept. So just saying that has changed so much about my life. Anyway, so here I'm coming up with a new one. And yeah, this is what I wanted to share with you guys, is my process through it. Okay, so this is refining it with my dream house. Now, up on the wall, I have a painting I did of my dream house. And so I actually did that in June of last year. And the cool thing is I've been seeing the inside of this house, which I've drew right here. And I've been seeing the inside of it since high school. And 4 years ago, I started seeing myself like walking in my house, actually coming down the stairs of my house, and was like, oh my gosh, that's possible. So suddenly I just shifted everything in my life in the direction of this house. And, the huge thing is, where am I building it? And so part of that is it's been a fun adventure of like dream building and shopping and like falling in love, or where do I want to fall in love with living? And so over the years, like I was open. I lived in California. I liked it, though suddenly it was like a bolt of lightning came and told me to move to Hawaii. So I just dropped everything and came over here and was like, oh my gosh, like I felt so at peace and at home. I started in Oahu, and then the interesting thing was, even before I moved to Hawaii, sight unseen, never been there, I remember sitting in my parents' attic packing some boxes to store. And I was like, I'm going to move to Oahu and set up my business. And then, though, I'm going to live in Kauai. And I purposely had never even seen photos of Kauai, though it was like my heart and something just knew. It was so weird. And I just got clear and knew. So I was like, okay. So it was just an adventure. And then the coolest thing, I love May 12th. May 12th is my favorite day of the year. And so, and I just assigned it. I picked it. I like the month of May. I love the number 12. So that's my day. And so every year, May 12th is just wonderful. So anyway, so May 12th was the day that I came to Kauai, and it was the most amazing adventure of a lifetime. I bought myself a one-way ticket and a rental car for a week. I ended up staying for 7, and it transformed my experience. And so part of this stuff with dream building, when I was on Kauai, I made this and I studied the book Think and Grow Rich, and I went into this valley. You can see it up on the wall. So after an 11-mile treacherous hike along this coastline, including getting stranded overnight out here with no tent, I learned so much about myself and pushing through. So I got into that valley, and all I did was bring the book Think and Grow Rich. And so I knew I wanted a visualization of my goals and a really good dream board. And then I took from the book these two things. So this on the right is the self-confidence formula. And so this is the first time I really began using affirmations. And so saying them 3 times a day, or sorry, this one is actually 2 times a day. And there he says, where do they say you'll repeat it? Oh yeah, so I'll repeat it aloud once a day. So these things say once. Other things in here say twice. Then the cool thing that I've been learning, listening to modern day mentors, is they all say 3 times. And so many things are 3 times a day that's what I've chosen to do. So the other thing too is looking at this affirmation board. My therapist actually pointed out when I was sharing with her, she's like, you have word choices that are not working for you. Because it says things, I'm not sure if that worked. Because it says things like, I know, so I will have, and so all of these things, especially if you look, just all these wills that stand out, and it wasn't using the most affirming word choices. And so when I started getting away a little from this and using different word choices on my affirmation, and I took this line from Bob Proctor, I am so happy and grateful, and they say now that, and putting things like that in there, you have just, it changes the feelings, and it's a present thing. So I am living, not, so in this, using this format from Think and Grow Rich, it can be I will live at, my goal, Palomilo. And so yeah, kind of funny. So, and the thing is when I came up with this, I had no clue where on Kauai I wanted to live. And so just refining it and learning this process. Oh, and then this is the very, very cool thing that I did last night is this is the process of how I've been dream building. So first I came up with the dream. That was in 2002. Then when I started seeing my house in my drawings, and realizing they were possible, everything started to shift, and that's what brought me out to Hawaii. So this is everything, and now I've been out there 3 times, and just, it's been magical. And so it's just been such a fun process. Though the hardship for me is I want it, and I want it now. Do you see how long this has been taking? I want it now, though I was not, and I obviously am still not quite on the vibrational alignment and the feeling that I'm living there now. So that means there's some belief, there's stuff that's keeping me from it. Also, I didn't know where I wanted to live, so now that I do. And the thing is I've also, along the way, had my dream kind of go along. I didn't know at first that I wanted, for sure that I wanted to live on Kauai, because I got clear that I wanted to have oceanfront land. Well, that's very rare here because there's already so many things. I didn't want neighbors, and things like that. So I was going out to other islands and just seeing, hey, is this what I want? Or wondering, hey, do I need to go international and look? And I settled on most likely, and the property I want, it gives me a joyous feeling. It's wonderful. It's perfect. It's also made my dream up. I realized that, I need to have, $500 million pretty much if I'm going to comfortably have this place. And just looking at leveling up versus, if my dream was to have a ranch in Wyoming, I could be very happy being, having $2 million now. So it's just looking at, as my dream has grown, because of the things that I desire. And I did not realize I wanted to live right on the ocean until I moved here and just appreciate it. And I go camping and love it. And, sleeping right next to the ocean and the waves. I have a checklist, and so I go through my checklist. And part of it is to make sure I go to the beach, because I realized when I didn't have that checklist, here, I love it, I appreciate, I live 1 mile from the ocean, and yet I was not getting there. So, now I can pick my daughter up from school, and sometimes I just blip right around the corner. I can look, I get out, just take even 30 seconds, and it's just like, these are the little peace of mind tools I've learned and grown on the way to get here. Because I definitely, I don't want to get my goal and be miserable, is what I realized, because that's the aim that I was looking at. So I've gotten my peace of mind and feeling happy and grateful, and all of these wonderful tools, and smile, and look, those are me and my family, and we have love in our heart. So that was way more important than, just having the stuff. So it feels good. So anyway, let me get back to this. Oh, come on, buddy. And so figuring this out, this is all the different things that I want. And so even if I don't pop it into the exact this exact property that I'm currently dream building, which by the way is like 5 miles from my current house. So it's so funny. I've just been pulled and attracted to this property, so I feel like it's the one. Though at the same time, I'm not attached to that. For all I know, something 10 million times better is already waiting for me. And that's the hugest thing, is that I've had this knowing, or developed this knowing through the process, that my property is already there. Obviously, like, the world's been around for millions of years, so my spot of land, my where my heart sings, where my house is built, has already been there. It already is there. It's just waiting for me. And that's an amazing, amazing feeling, especially to get when you're looking at your goals. And having affirmation is a huge thing that increases that belief and feeling. And the faster I get on board with, having millions and millions and millions of dollars to buy what it is that I want, I'm very clear that I want to buy it free and clear. I want no liens. I don't owe anybody money. Like, this is mine. And I want enough budget that I never have to worry about, unexpected disasters or crazy things or lawsuits. Like, my goal is to have $150 million in the account for the property. And so, that way I can buy the property, build my dream house, and it takes care of the house for my lifetime, for my children's lifetime, and it's set up, and that's what my goal is. So yeah, and it scares me in a degree. Does it scare me anymore? I don't think so. When I first realized it, like, it's like a big stretch. Though I've used tools, I've come up with this inner bank system to really change my mentality, and I started to get writing myself paychecks for my daily work. And I came up with my hourly rate for when I work on my income producing tasks for the business, and things like that. And so using these tools have helped strengthen my belief, and I know and feel I'm moving closer to my goals, and that's so exciting. And the neat thing is I've shared these things with my friends and associates, or people I'm out and about with and things, and they've picked up and used different aspects. They get great results from it too, which is so neat. And the thing is I'm not making anything up. It's just refining the process and taking basically the best of the best that works from everyone's little different exercise. And Bob Proctor has an excellent way of setting goals, though Les Brown or Tony Robbins have their different ways of setting goals. So it's all the essence of the good stuff, and where do you take it, and how. The biggest thing is, how do you apply that in your life to get exactly what you want? I'm very clear I want to live in my house. Then I got very clear it's oceanfront in Kauai, so it just kept growing my dream. So I need, and definitely need, to use these tools in order to reach my dream, especially as faster as possible, because I'm ready to live there. I'm ready to wake up there every morning. Like, I don't think I ever want to leave. Like, I go to town once a week, so that's a big deal for me. So I'm like, I could see that, though, I'm just so happy that that's my spot. And, I wake up and I can just walk out to the beach. And the biggest thing why I want $150 million in a property account is, like, I never have to work or do anything I don't want to. Like, money and financial freedom is there. I get to live and be, and from that state, I know I'm creating some amazing things, because I have the resources of time and money to produce amazing results. And I have the heart. I'm feeling happy and giving, and I can go. One of my visions is to go to Africa, and I'd love to go and share some good things and build projects and I hear so many cool things about water, or girly products and stuff like that can change people's lives, and just go over there and take my kids and do good deeds. And that, though, the huge thing for me is I need my home base. Like, I have to, like, and I've struggled with that. I still semi-struggle with that, especially like developing land and chopping down trees and building something. It actually, now I've come to a point, like, it hurts, and I have to forgive myself to change the environment to build my house. So that's why I'm looking at doing it with recycled materials, and I want solar, and I want grass on my roof. I'm like, I just think that is so cool, or a garden on my roof or something. Though it's like, I want my house to be, and that's why in my painting, I didn't have, or I don't have the sides on because I'm not sure exactly what I want it to look like. I just know I want it to blend in as far as be natural with the environment. Oh, look, see, there's my pool with my giant waterfalls. Oh, that's so cool. And then I have a cave and a water slide in there, and then that's the hammock and the beach. I have cliffs and there's dolphins and whales and oh, I need to draw some sea turtles and monk seals up on the beach. There's my Mustang and I got a Jeep and a Tesla. So those are the really cool things. My love board is the cool stuff that I've worked and I've written down things and manifested them. Man, write things down. And honestly, I'm lazy on it because all I did was just write it down. You're supposed to have pictures. I have a whole bunch of magazine stacks and visualizations. I mean, if you look at it, I do have some good visualizations on my board and different things, and I have things that are important to me. Though my board itself is supposed to have, ideally, I'd say words and pictures. Ooh, is that still zoomed? So anyway, that's something that it's on my list and it doesn't quite happen. Though when things happen, I'm just trusting in the fact that, things happen as they need to. Though definitely the more rapid you do these things, like if I had on there pictures, I'm sure I'd get things a whole lot faster. Though what I've done, which is a cool solution, is I have a Google Doc, so I just can copy paste things I come across that I love and put in there. So eventually I will get them printed out and put them up. So it's on a step and it's a stage and I'm grateful for it. And I only did that like maybe a month or two ago. Oh, and here's something really cool on that. So I discovered this really cool new charter school that's opening for my daughter. And I was totally inspired and I was like, you know what? I was like, let me put it in there. So I copy pasted and it said like apply now enrollment, and this is their banner at the top. And I put that into my dream board thing, and literally it was an hour, 4 hours, a matter of hours, and I got the thing that she was accepted. I was like, holy moly, oh my gosh. So that's so cool. Oh, and I just realized, so as Doubt was thinking in, I was just like, oh, well, now that I've known more, I realized that the school's open, so I didn't have to fingers cross so much, like, because I had no idea if she'd get accepted. And I know, like, most charter schools, it's like a lottery, and, it's packed, and this is a new one. Well, anyways, so she got her acceptance. Oh yeah, I feel like it was an hour, no more than like a couple, like 4. Like it was so quick. Well, here's the interesting thing is then I've gone and I've told my friends, so it looks like I'm creating a school with my friends, and my daughter already is friends with their kids, so it's a great, wonderful environment for her and them. And the neat thing is that they did it, so I kind of knew that they'd get accepted because I knew that things were open. Though theirs took days. Like, it was still quick, though mine took hours because I put that in my sheet and putting it in the Google stuff. And I put that visualization in there, and I feel like that's a very powerful reason. So these affirmations, visualizations, the word choice you use, things like that are so uberly important. So, okay, so though I'm going to finish writing. I just wanted to share that with you. The thing with this, I'm not going to share with you guys the actual property I want, and I realized because the owners, which part of my dream building process, I actually have communicated with the owners. Though I don't want them to come across and be like, and hear specific details and stuff without it coming directly from me. So anyway, that's why I'm not sharing those kind of personal details. Though I'm so uberly excited and to create my vision and my everything, and woo, aloha, and I love you guys. Make sure to connect and with me, and I really, really would love to hear from you guys and hear what your visions are. And the more powerful that we are with sharing things and getting clear, the more amazing our world's going to be, because everyone's reaching their goals, everyone's more happy, we're doing amazing things. And yeah, oh my gosh. So that's the aspect of affirmations and all that good stuff. Make sure to connect and subscribe. Aloha!